Hey people, it's your girl IJ. If this is your first time here, it's always a pleasure to be with you. My name is Ijeoma, and on this channel, I share with you how you can use the food you eat, aloe vera based products, and something I call the dress system to ensure that you keep yourself fresh and sexy from head to feet, year in, year out. If that's what you want, make sure to join the community, click on that likes, and then subscribe to us so you can be getting videos like this all the time. Okay, today I'll be talking about 5 things that I have learned from my journey. I've been married for 11 years now with 4 children, and these are the 5 things that I look back and I realize that I wish our mothers told us. We that are married, we the mothers, that something things they have told would have told us that would have better prepared us for this journey. Okay, and so I'm sure many of you may have experienced this, or some of you may have experienced it. If your mother told you these things, I mean, you're lucky, but for most of us, we had no idea and we had to learn along the way. So the first one is spend at least 1 to 2 years with your husband before having children. Yes, before you crucify me, I will tell you this. Even the scripture, I was reading the Bible, I'm a Christian, and it said that and for a young man who had gotten married, he should be exempted from war for at least 1 year to spend with his wife. I had to stumble across that in the scripture. So I think sometime, somewhere in Numbers or Deuteronomy, I can't really remember. And the essence of this is threefold. Number one, this is the time you need to bond with the person you're marrying. For me, it didn't happen like that. I got pregnant, I think, even in the first year. I got married in November. I gave birth in October. So within that first 1 year, I was pregnant for about 3 months, and I was pregnant the rest of the time. So you can imagine, you know, you have to. It gives you time to bond with the person you marry. I mean, you just met this person, right? And you don't even have the time to just jump into children like that. Children, are beautiful as they are, create a tremendous amount of pressure on the relationship between you and your husband. Believe it or not, that's the truth. And so when you delay for a year or two, it gives you time to bond with your husband, and then it gives you time to plan on the number of children you want to have. Number three is that it gives you time to study your body. You look at your body, you look at your mom, you look at your aunties, you look at your grandma. What kind of bodies do they have? And this is going to lead me to another point where I'm going to say it will give you time to study your body, so yeah, you can be able to plan for your post after the children have come, to able to plan how to bring your body back into shape. And so I wish they tell us these things instead of, because what happens is, I live in Lagos, Nigeria, and in Africa, the in thing is everybody's on your case. When are you getting married? When are you eating your rice? When are you doing this? When are you? Where is the man? When are you bringing him home? And then you do get married, and next thing they're asking you is, when are we coming for Mugo? When are you having the baby? When are you? I mean, what? Hmm? You should just leave us alone. Leave us alone. So it just feels like if you can have 1 to 2 years to yourselves before having children, it will help. The next thing is that I wish they tell us to have an idea of who we are. Having an idea of who you are, what kind of career do you want to, that will give you joy. It will help a whole lot, because I meet young girls now and I am reminded of my younger self. Many of us, what you wanted to just go to school, have a degree, get married, have a job, that's it. Really, we are not taught to learn what are the things that we are happy doing, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, what are the things that we really want to do that it doesn't feel like work. And the reason why this is important, if you don't do this when you are younger, you find people maybe when they are 40 and they just wake up and then they resent the life they have lived. And they wake up and then they change 360 degrees. And maybe you see a lawyer, they say they want to do catering. You see a banker, they wake up and they say they want to enter engineering. I mean, it's if you don't do this and then you get married, it can lead to a lot of pressure. It can lead to a lot of conflict when you just wake up and then maybe you stumbled into the things that finally you stumbled into that gives you passion and joy, and then your other half, or your husband, a significant other, does not understand it, and then it leads to conflict and so much disagreements, and the whole family is running up and down and give, having meetings about meetings just because you want to follow your passion. It is something that you probably would have found out, okay, you love baking, or you love painting, or you love sewing clothes, or you love teaching, and you start from early before marriage and you are doing those things. If you meet your partner in that part and he has that chance to decide whether he wants to be with you or not, but if he meets you doing something else and then he has an idea, okay, this is what he wants to build a career on, and then later on, maybe it was 30 and then you wake up and decide to do something else, it happened to me, it may lead to a whole lot of disagreement before you can build that. So I wish they do tell us, find out who we are, but now we know we can help our children, allow them to live, to be who they are. Okay. Number three thing, the third thing I wish they tell us is that the fewer the kids we have, the better our chances of body snapping back. Okay, me personally, I have 4 children, but if you ask me, I would have taken time to plan, right? Maybe I'll have the first 2 girls and a boy. I love my children, but I would have had, if I had to do it all over again, I would have just taken time to plan. Because the truth is, the more the number of children you have, the more difficult it is for your body to snap back into shape, and so it requires more work. When I had my first baby, it wasn't difficult. I tied my stomach and my body didn't take time to snap back into shape. The second thing with the second pregnancy, but I started finding my boobs, like very annoying changes, like my boobs started sucking after the third pregnancy, and then fourth pregnancy was I just have to work and work and work at it, right? So even say it depends on the kind of body you have, right? And that's why I said point number 1 is important. Take some time to discover the kind of body you have, right? It will help you to snap back better, to help you to know, okay, in your family you thick arms, or you have big stomach, or your boobs are big, so you have higher chances of them sagging, so you can know which area you are going to be prepared to work on. All right, that's it. If you want the number of kids before now, great grandfathers, they used to have these large farms, right? And they have all these children that work on the farms, but now it's not like that. So now the fewer, because raising 2 children is cheaper, is easier than raising 4, than raising 5, than raising 6, if you agree with me. Okay, then fourth point I wish they tell us is, or they teach us, that leave your boobs alone after having children. Because in Africa here, some call, I don't know about Nigeria, some will call, when you have your baby, your mother or your mother-in-law will come, and there's this a tradition of pressing the woman's stomach and boobs with hot water. From my experience, I will say that you do it yourself. Yeah, the hot water on the boob. Yeah, I don't know the science bit, but it did help me, because they said if you press hot water, it helps all the debris to flush out of the system. But it did help me on my stomach. But for the boobs, because most times they press it downwards, and what it does is that it weakens the pectoral muscles that hold up the boobs. So if you can do it yourself, right, it can help relieve that pressure, especially the first few weeks after delivery. When you're breastfeeding, the breast can just fill up with milk and then engorge and enlarge. So what you do, instead of pressing down, you can massage upwards, so you work against gravity. So it will help you after your pregnancy and breastfeeding. It will help your boobs not to sag so quickly. And then the fifth and the final one that I wish they'll tell us is to have a plan for our post-baby body reconstruction. What I mean is, there are changes that pregnancy comes with, like the stretch marks, like the big stomach, like the big arms. And by the way, if you have this type of arms that you all call Christian mother arms, There's something I have for you called the toning kit. It helps to tone these muscles and reduce it a little bit over time. So I will link it in the description box below, so you can chat me up if you want that. Okay, maybe send a VJ loosens a little bit, then the boobs sag, and these are all, body changes that can be undesirable and affect our confidence as women. So I wish they will tell us, they told us that okay, you should have a post baby body reconstruction plan. So as you're preparing for your baby, let's say you want to buy let's say tummy trimmers. What exercises are you going to embark on? Okay, for the stretch marks, you start buying your oils and start using your oils ahead of time. Okay, after the delivery, what are you going to do to your VG to help it shrink back into position, so it doesn't become loose like that and then affect your sex life with your husband. So these are the things that we can have, but luckily with knowledge now, we can have a better knowledge to be able to transfer to our daughters and to our sisters and to our children. So, which, let me know, these are the 5 things that I have learned over the years that I wish they told us. What about you? What are the things that you have learned from your parenting journey, from your motherhood journey, that you wish they told us before we started this? I would like to know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about it, and let's chat. And those of you who want the toning kit for the arms, I'll put my link in the description box. You can call out your girl. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video.